I don't think there can be any doubt that what killed him was fear at seeing a repetition." "Of the fiery hand?" concluded Smith. "Quite so. Well, I examined the Gables pretty closely, and with another Scotland Yard man spent a night in the empty house. We saw nothing, but once, very faintly, we heard the ringing of bells." Smith spun around upon him rapidly. "You can swear to that?" he snapped. "I can swear to it," declared Weymouth stolidly. "It seemed to be over our heads. We were sitting in the dining room. Then it was gone, and we heard nothing more whatever of an unusual nature. Following the death of Mr. Maddison, the Gables remained empty until a while ago, when a French gentleman named Lejay leased it." "Furnished?" "Yes, nothing was removed." "Who kept the place in order?" "A married couple living in the neighborhood undertook to do so. The man attended to the lawn and so forth, and the woman came once a week, I believe, to clean up the house." "And Lejay?" "He came in only last week, having leased the house for 6 months. His family were to have joined him in a day or two, and he, with the aid of the pair I have just mentioned, and assisted by a French servant he brought over with him, was putting the place in order. At about 12 o'clock on Friday night, this servant ran into a neighboring house screaming 'The fiery hand!' and when at last a constable arrived, and a frightened group went up the avenue to the Gables, they found Monsieur Lejay dead in the avenue, near the steps just outside the hall door. He had the same face of horror." "What a tale for the press!" snapped Smith. "The owner has managed to keep it quiet so far, but this time I think it will leak into the press yes." There was a short silence, then: "Have you been down to the Gables again?" "I was there on Saturday, but there's not a scrap of evidence. The man undoubtedly died of fright in the same way as Maddison. The place ought to be pulled down. It's unholy." "Unholy is the word," I said. "I never heard anything like it. This Monsieur Lejay had no enemies? There could be no possible motive?" "None whatever. He was a business man from Marseilles, and his affairs necessitated his remaining in or near London for some considerable time. Therefore he decided to make his headquarters here temporarily, and leased the Gables with that intention." Nayland Smith was pacing the floor with increasing rapidity. He was tugging at the lobe of his left ear, and his pipe had long since gone out. Chapter 24. Elaine Tweddle, Stirling, Ontario.